And welcome back to Game Escape, here today with a rant video about GameStop. Now, if you've watched my channel, you know I don't tend to get all upset and yell and curse. I just kind of like to talk about the games and the memories that have kind of shaped me as a gamer. But today I feel I need to complain a little bit. I cannot stand GameStop, and I know there's a lot of hate that gets directed their way out on the internet, but you know, to me it's all justified. Now, I picked up this copy of DuckTales, the Remastered Edition, just because I knew that this was out there. Obviously, you can download this from the PlayStation Network, amongst other platforms, for $15, but for $20, you get a nice boxed version of this game, and as a collector, that appealed to me. But I never, ever shop at GameStop, except in instances where, you know, it's the only place that I can pick up an item, and that was the case today. There's a GameStop next to the store at which I do my food shopping, and they just happened to have this. I checked it online. They had a copy left, and so I decided, well, okay, I'm going to pick it up. And what really just irritates me are these stickers, okay? This is and the fact that it's not sealed, okay? This is a new product. I have no idea why they would unseal this. It's not even a game. I mean, there's no reason to unseal it. We look inside. You get a download code, and then you get this little disc-like holder here with a pin. So I know that GameStop notoriously allows their employees to take new games home and play them, and you know, I don't think that's acceptable. When you go to purchase a new game, it should be sealed, but at least that's an explanation for why many of their quote-unquote new games are unsealed. In this case, there's no game to play unless they copied down the code and used it, but somehow I doubt that. I hope that's not the case. Haven't played this yet. It is just so disturbing as someone who likes to collect games that I have to now struggle to get this sticker off, and these stickers are notoriously difficult to remove. It serves to, you know, to me it serves no purpose, and as a video game enthusiast who has some disposable income, I would love to go to a GameStop location and be able to pick up used games, but I don't want them to be, you know, branded like this. I don't want them to just be these sticky messes once I peel these price tags off. And you know, I've always wondered why they just don't move to like a system that you have if you ever bought a used game in Japan, or you've imported some used games off of eBay from Japan. Those games come in these little plastic bags. It kind of looks like shrink wrap, but it's really just a very small, almost like sandwich bag. And the game is in there, and if there's any pricing on it, it's stuck onto the bag, so you can just pull it out of the bag, and you know, no fingerprints from people touching it. It's just a wonderful system. Why can't GameStop adopt that? I know they have other despicable practices that you could, you know, get up in arms about. Obviously, we're just a few weeks removed from the whole Xenoblade scandal, where, you know, they reprinted copies, opened them, sold them as used for, what was it, 50 bucks above MSRP. So they're a despicable company all around, and I probably make 99% of my purchases elsewhere, but in this case, they were the only outlet that had this. This box is going for more than $20 now on eBay and Amazon, so I had to pick it up. So I'm going to try to remove the sticker. The way you can do this, at least I've had some success, maybe I'm successful 60% of the time, is if you put it in front of a space heater, let the hot air blow on the sticker for about 25 seconds, maybe 30 seconds, and then peel, you know, right there once the goo has melted a little bit. It doesn't always work. I'll try it now, and we will see what the results are. Alright, so it worked this time. I was able to get the sticker off, and just to clarify, what I do, you know, as I said, I sit in front of the space heater, so you have to kind of get the right distance so that you're not melting the plastic. Basically, hold the box in front of the heater, and then start peeling from the side, and then turn. Let's assume the camera is the space heater. You know, you turn it to the side and peel so that the hot air is still blowing, and just peel very, very slowly, and you'll get most of the goo here. Again, if the sticker has been on the box for a while, it's harder. You know, this just came out, whatever it was, a week or two ago, so it was a little bit easier today. But it just, the fact that you have to do this, the fact that, and I've walked out of the GameStop. I wanted to purchase a new game. I forget which one it was now, but in any event, I think it was the last story for the Wii. And yeah, I took it up to the counter. You know, it said new, and I asked the guy for a shrink-wrapped copy. Said didn't have any left, and I told him I don't want it. And he got really, really pissed off. And you know, you shouldn't have to have that experience in a game store. Buying video games should be fun. I mean, I remember as a kid, you would go into Babbage's or Electronic Boutique, or yes, even GameStop back in the day, and it was exciting. I mean, you could spend hours, or at least as a kid, I could spend hours in there, and it seemed like, you know, you discovered new things. The people were knowledgeable, they were friendly, they weren't hounding you to get a power-up card or whatever the heck it is, or a subscription to Game Informer, and they weren't badgering you to pre-order things. It was just a fun experience. And the current sort of cutthroat corporate GameStop of today has actually robbed me, anyway, of the fun of just going out. You know, you're at a mall, you're at a strip mall, you see a game store. I mean, gosh, if I would probably pick up something every time I was in that situation. You know, there's, like I said, this particular store is right next to the supermarket. I mean, sometimes, you know, I'm in the supermarket with my girlfriend, and she'll be checking out, and I'll just go sit in the car. But if I could actually buy a reasonably priced used game without 500 stickers on it, I would do that. It's just sinful that new games are not shrink-wrapped. And you know, I think there's an opportunity for GameStop. Strangely, they could position themselves as, you know, one of the good guys in the gaming industry. You know, you get the idea that, you know, developers and publishers are kind of nickel and diming you with downloadable content. You know, the console manufacturers are figuring out, you know, new ways to extract some extra cash from you. And, you know, at GameStop, if they had a wider variety of used games. I believe I read a couple months ago they were thinking of stocking retro games. I mean, just have a place where you can go and pick up a collectible quality, complete in-box game. And I think that certainly people of my generation, you know, late 20s, early 30s, you know, who now have some disposable income, or a little bit of disposable income, you'd go there and you'd browse, you'd pick something up. Now, you know, you have to worry about, well, is the game in its original box? And if it's in the original box, how many stickers does it have? Now, maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm, you know, the only guy out there who hates the stickers, and you know, tell me if that's the case. But I absolutely despise the fact that this company cannot keep new games sealed. To me, it ruins the experience. So, haven't played DuckTales yet. I am going to pop in the code, as it were, right now, and perhaps I will do a video review of the game. So, as always, thank you for watching Game Escape, and we will be back shortly with a new video.